Ever get ready to post a video only to have a massive file size completely crush your momentum? It is genuinely frustrating when platform limits or slow network speeds bring your publishing schedule to a grinding halt. Video files consume so much more space compared to simple documents or even high-resolution photos. But fortunately, the solution isn't some mystical secret. Today, I'm going to show you exactly how to drastically shrink your video files while being extremely careful not to trash the visual quality in the process. We are going to skip the deep dive into complex codec theory or container internals, as there are fantastic nerdy resources linked below if you want that background. While I will touch upon basic web export principles, my main focus here is on personal creator workflows, like compressing single files or setting up good presets for fast uploads. I'll also share a crucial natural workflow tip. If your goal is quick short clips and a sane publishing schedule, there is a smarter shortcut than doing absolutely everything manually. I'll explain where modern tools like Vizard fit in, and why so many successful creators are starting to love this streamlined approach. This entire guide is split into two practical parts. First, how to compress a single video file while retaining the best possible image quality. The second part covers how to expertly export from Premiere Pro and After Effects for either a great balance or for absolutely lossless master files. If you simply need to shrink one file fast and you want a free, completely reliable tool, HandBrake is still undeniably one of the absolute best options available. It is open source, it works across Windows and Mac, and the interface is surprisingly straightforward once you open it up. The quick steps involve installing HandBrake, opening your large video file, choosing the standard MP4 container, and then heading into the video settings. Under those crucial video settings, you must select the H.265 or X.265 encoder, which offers the best sweet spot for quality retention while aggressively cutting down the file size. Here are a couple of practical tips to really dial in your HandBrake settings for peak performance on your specific projects. For anyone on a Mac who prioritizes pure encoding speed, HandBrake offers the VideoToolbox option that utilizes Apple's built-in hardware encoder. While VideoToolbox is undeniably fast, be aware that the resulting files are typically a little bit larger, and the compression slightly less efficient than pure X.265 software encoding. Concerning color fidelity, HandBrake supports 10-bit and 12-bit modes, which is certainly nice for any HDR source material, but generally unnecessary for most creators working strictly in SDR. Sticking to the standard X.265 encoding path is almost always the safest and best choice for maintaining a high level of compatibility and quality. A key setting for quality versus size is the constant quality or RF slider, which you should generally set somewhere between 18 and 22 for most content. Remember this rule: a lower RF number means higher quality, and consequently, larger file sizes. Setting RF to 18 yields extremely high visual quality that is hard to distinguish from the original source footage. Conversely, choosing RF 22 will save you significantly more space, but you might start noticing compression artifacts in footage that has a lot of fine detail or quick movement. You should always keep the frame rate setting set to same as source, unless you have a very specific technical reason to introduce a change. For the preset slider, move it towards slower for better compression efficiency without hitting insanely long encoding times. If you need things done faster, the medium preset is a very solid compromise between speed and file size reduction. When looking at tunings, leave this at none for the majority of your footage, unless you specifically shot something very grainy. If you do have grainy footage that you want to preserve that organic texture in, using the grain tune can help keep that detail present during compression. Profile and level should almost always be left on auto, as HandBrake will automatically pick the most sensible defaults for your specific resolution and frame rate. Once you've picked your save location, just hit the encode button, and HandBrake will deliver a very strong size-to-quality balance completely for free. However, remember that HandBrake is a dedicated file compressor, and it is certainly not an editor, meaning manual work begins after compression if you need many clips. If you are already working inside Adobe's powerful ecosystem, Adobe Media Encoder gives you exceptionally tight control combined with seamless integration. The simple AM recipe for creating smaller files that still look incredibly high quality starts by dragging your source file into the queue. Set the Format drop-down menu to HEVC, which is H.265, ensuring you utilize that modern, efficient codec. Next, choose the preset called Match Source, High Bitrate, so that AME correctly maintains your source frame rate and original resolution automatically. You will then want to open the preset options, navigate to bitrate encoding, and switch the mode to VBR, one pass. For 1080p exports, a target bitrate set around 10 to 15 megabits per second is generally a fantastic starting point for a clean result. If you are exporting 4K content, you will need to aim substantially higher, targeting between 25 and 40 megabits per second depending on how much motion is in the scene. After setting those key parameters, simply hit Export, and you will get very clean, upload-friendly files that successfully maintain excellent visual detail. For exporting directly from Premiere Pro, you use the File menu, select Export Media, choose the HEVC format, and then send the job over to Media Encoder for batch rendering. If you are coming out of After Effects, the process is similar. Go to Composition, add to Adobe Media Encoder Queue, and then adjust the format and preset in AME. Now, if your ultimate goal is achieving the absolute maximum possible quality and file size, truly is not a concern for you, you should render a ProRes master file. ProRes 4444, or 4444 with alpha if you need transparency, preserves a massive amount of color data and is the industry standard archive format. Be prepared though, because these ProRes master files are significantly huge, easily dwarfing H.265 exports. They are perfect for final archival, or when you need lossless quality for overlays, but they are usually complete overkill for standard platform uploads. Here is the crucial point where many talented creators frequently get stuck, juggling workflows, managing multiple outputs, and dealing with social-ready clips. Tools like HandBrake and Media Encoder are brilliant for dedicated file-level compression and exporting, but they don't edit or clip content. When you combine the need for compression with the requirement for multiple crops, dozens of short clips, captions, and varied network presets, the manual process multiplies your total workload exponentially. This is precisely this gap where modern AI-driven tools designed for speed, like Vizard, come in to massively accelerate the entire path from your long video to all your various platforms. Vizard is not designed to replace the precision of your professional NLE for color grading a feature film, but it revolutionizes the process for social-first creators. One massive advantage is auto-editing viral clips, which scans your entire long video and automatically picks out the high-potential moments that are ready to post. This feature means you skip the tedious process of importing a giant master file into a new timeline and manually cutting dozens of potential shorts. Another huge time saver is the auto-schedule function, where you set your desired posting frequency, and Vizard queues those newly created clips for you. You simply do not have to babysit the publishing calendar or constantly re-export different versions at varying times of the day. The Content Calendar feature allows you to manage the entire schedule, preview upcoming posts, and publish everything to your socials all from one centralized location. Comparing this to HandBrake or AME, neither of those dedicated tools will automatically select highlights, add captions, or manage your scheduling for you. While Premiere Pro and Media Encoder can technically do everything eventually, the necessary manual steps make the process extremely slow and labor-intensive. Vizard slides perfectly into the middle, automating the editing and distribution workflow, while still allowing you to pull those full-resolution masters when you absolutely need them. If your sole objective is squeezing a single massive file down as fast and as free as possible, HandBrake remains incredibly hard to beat for that specific task. If you require precise bitrate control and must stay entirely within the Adobe toolset, then using Media Encoder alongside Premiere or After Effects is the standard professional path. However, if your job requires dozens of short, platform-optimized clips with captions and a sane publishing routine, using an AI clipper like Vizard will save you countless hours. We skipped over DaVinci Resolve export settings in this video because that is an entirely separate, deep workflow unto itself. If you have any specific export questions for a particular platform or want a workflow combining masters with social-ready clips, please drop your question down in the comments section below. Good luck compressing your files and posting great content. And if this breakdown helped you, check out the linked resources to get started even faster.